3 days in a row training with the TDRS training, and yeah, we have already one world champion on the water, Matteo, and now we have the second world champion, or the current one, which is, yeah, the level is really going up. We have now even 2 groups, so I think in total we're already like 18 guys on the water, even some girls, the sister of Pierre, Marion, the vice world champion, so the level is pretty high. And as Pierre already said, we had pretty tough conditions this week, but my goal was just I'm already here now for 2 weeks, so I was training for 2 weeks to be ready when Pierre shows up, to give him a little bit. No, we had
a good welcoming.
Yeah,
exactly.
The last 2 days were on 7-0, really choppy conditions. But it's actually the best training. If you're fast here on the water, you're gonna be fast everywhere. And today we were even on 6-2. We saw some incredible crashes, even from us. He had a good catapult. I just copied him one race after. So it's actually fun to really like to be in the water, race again against all the other guys, and it's really good. And nothing changed compared to last week. So it's windy, sunny. You see the people happy to be on the water. I even get now a lot of questions on Instagram, Facebook, asking me people, how it is to be in Medano, because we are sitting here at home. Doesn't matter where in Europe. We're in the lockdown. We cannot do anything. So I was in the contact with one family from Switzerland.
Yeah.
So he was a little bit afraid about all the restriction in Europe, because he has a little kid. So with a little family, you're even more scared. So I told him, look, you just have to make the PCR test 1 day before your flight, and then you just go to the airport and travel here, take this 5-hour flight to Medano, and you can enjoy these great conditions. And you just have to wear a mask. The numbers are really low here.
Yeah, that's still
and everything good. And I just met him today in the morning. He arrived. I think he even rents here in the center, and he's so happy. Marco, thanks for all the recommendations. I will stay for 1 month now here because it's the best what I can do with my family. My family is happy. My kid is playing on the beach.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Cannot be better now.
It's good to be here in Medano.
Nice. Well, I have to say something about the program from tonight before I forget. Unfortunately, we have a small technical error with Skype, so we have to move, and we're going to talk about the World Champions. With the World Champions today, the plan was to talk and with Pierre and have Victor Fernández on Skype, but unfortunately we have some small technical difficulties, so we will move that to next week. Not to be sad, because we will speak to Victor Fernández. He will tell us all his secrets and all his stories about how he became world champion.
He will be still world champion next week. It's not that he's going to lose his title.
No. We just and then he can tell us some more stories also about Maui, where he currently is, and I would definitely recommend everybody to follow him, because he is testing some new sails. He is producing a lot of footage, and yeah, unfortunately not tonight, but next week we will talk to Victor. Also for tonight, we're gonna ask all the questions to Pierre, and still right now you can put your comments below. Ask your question in the comments, and we will try to go through as many as possible. And yeah, we even have a little gift for tonight. Marco, explain us.
Yeah, we had like the idea to come up with a little quiz. So stay tuned, because we're gonna ask you guys after the live stream the question, but you will find the answer not during the live stream. So we will talk about this topic. Really important. If you know the answer, please put a comment on Facebook, Duotone Windsurfing International, and tomorrow we're gonna announce the winner. So listen to everything.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about this topic. It's actually a pretty funny topic, but yeah.
You can win a prize tonight.
And you can win something for sure.
Right. So the answer in the Duotone Windsurfing International Facebook page, and tomorrow morning we will announce the winner.
At 10 a.m. we're gonna announce the winner. And for me, still the best product what we have,
The Power
Duotone,
XD.
it's the Power XD. So you can win a brand new Power XD. So better stay
Carbon.
in. I think it's gonna be a
Yeah.
carbon, huh?
Wow. Wow. That's the
But
best.
sorry, you're gonna be here, so you cannot put your comment. Huh?
I need to.
So
All right.
in the end of the live stream, we're gonna ask the questions. Stay tuned. Put a comment on Facebook, Duotone Windsurfing International, and tomorrow we're gonna announce the winner. And then you're gonna have already maybe next week your new Duotone Power XD.
Right. And the question is, we're gonna come to that later.
We're gonna.
Yeah, okay.
Explain.
I'm curious. We have to wait a little bit, but stay tuned. We will have the question later, and you can win a prize. So I think we've talked enough about our life here, and
Because we have a guest here,
Yeah, we have a guest, and we need to move to the questions.
and I think he's gonna have some good stories.
Are you ready, Pierre?
Yeah.
You ready for the questions of the people? Alrighty. Well, we have the reigning world champion here, ready to answer all your questions. And the first one is coming in. It's from Thomas. Pierre, what was different in 2019 compared to the years before that made you win the tour? Straight away.
Yeah, straight. We go in.
It's a secret.
Yeah, no, it's true that I spent few time on the podium before 2019, 5 times. I passed super close in 2015 to the title as I finished same point as Albo after a crazy year, and it was the first time it happened in the tour. So it took like 2 hours to find the winner. And I was a little bit disappointed, but it was like this, and I decided to continue and to push even more. But 2019, yeah, it's just small things. I think I was ready before, but it's just a puzzle, and you need to put the piece at the right place at the right moment. And yeah, I was better doing this in 19. I think I train not more, but the same amount. I also work a little bit mentally with the coach, and I think it makes maybe the difference. There is plenty of things. The team behind me was also super good with Marco, Jordi, Kai was also is there since I'm in the team, and everybody is pushing. It's little thing which helps me to get the title. The fight was incredible, and I think all the experience I get from years and years made a difference at the end, because I still remember the last day of the event. It was a crazy long week, which I start with a disqualification, which is not the best, but I was solid, and I'm super proud of it, because I was taking race after race, day after day, and yeah, last race was like a normal race, I would say.
All right.
But it was a crazy one, and I think it's just small thing that make me win.
All right.
But
Did you feel different from other years, or?
Yeah, I'm getting older. No, I think the experience is super important in our discipline and in our sport, because you discover every single situation. Like even today I learned some stuff on the water, and yesterday also. You need to learn every single situation that you can make, and yeah, it's not easy, but now the plan is to keep it.
Yeah.
I hope. No, but I mean, for how many years we are working now together? I think from 2016 on, we were like
Easy, yeah.
spending every year like in France in March, always going there for 1 month at least, staying with the family.
Yeah.
Really happy and proud to be part of Pierre's team. And so I also could see the progress, what he did. Like we were working on the equipment, we were working on this speed, trim and everything. And I mean, for me it was also good, because I was also like, it's for me it's like the secret. If you're able to train with somebody better, faster, then you're gonna improve yourself as well. And
Yeah,
I mean, I won 2017 my first competition in Seoul, which also was really happy about it.
Yeah.
No, but it was really like we were working every year so hard, always before the competition, to get his gear tuned and everything. And it was the perfect preparation. And I had already a good feeling 2019. I think now it's time that we're gonna take the title home.
It's nice, yeah. How was it to have the world champion back on the track? Was there a difference in the training, the TWS training?
I mean, you have Matteo. Matteo is an incredible racer. Still, these top three guys is Matteo, Antoine, and Pierre. They're like, you can put it like in another pot, like, and then you have the rest.
To make him
of the,
shy.
Yeah, it's incredible. And for me, it's always great to race with him, especially if I'm in front of him. He's still pushing me always a little bit, and we have some good racing on the water, and still
some good stories also.
Yeah, some good stories. And the good thing is, after the races, coming down, going for some dinner, talking about a good day on the water, and then on the next day we just repeat everything.
Nice. It sounds good. All right. I think that's a good question to this. A good answer to this question. Let's move on to the next one. That one is from Adam. Very different question. When and why did you and Marion open your windsurfing center? What is the main goal, and how has it been so far?
Different, long one, but yeah, it was a project that we had since few years, and it's not always easy to start this kind of project with all the rules everywhere in the country, and the council where we are living, they were searching for project, and yeah, we were working with them since 2 or 3 years, and last year, 2020. We planned it to maybe open during the summer when we were here in January, but all the forecast and the calendar was not easy to deal with because it was plenty of event, testing, training.
Yeah.
And at the end it happened what it happened in March, so we were blocked for 2 months at home. And I think we took the time with Marion to set up everything. Yeah. We were maybe on the phone 5 or 6 hours every day working on this project, on this Mortefon water sport. And yeah, the plan was to share the passion, to share with the people. It's true that since around 5 years there is, I think the new generation now, they find some new idol in the sport, especially in France. And they came to the beach, they discuss with you, they are like just dreaming, and this give me some emotion, and I wanted to share also.
Yeah.
That was that's the main goal, and then we also want to promote a bit the place where we grow, because the center is exactly the beach where I almost born, where I learned windsurfing, and it's crazy windy also.
Oh, wow.
It's good, and it's right between Le Cat and Crescent, so the people, they know those places can be windy. So yeah, it's a good mix. The family story is also not bad, and it's nice to work together. Our father was also really into a club before, and he really enjoyed this. So yeah, so this is why we decided to go this way.
Wow, sounds good. Share your passion.
Exactly.
Yeah, wow. Cannot say that it is very, very nice, yeah.
Yeah, it's actually there. I've been already a lot of times in the south of France, and I mean, they are living on one of the windiest places in France, so I think it's the best place even to start windsurfing. And as there's like this one spot from Marion, the lake.
Yeah, the concept is that we are moving a little bit in the area, so you can go on the sea where we train, and where the wind can be super strong and you can be super fast. But we're also using the lake for all the beginner and all the easy stuff. And yeah, this we also had a good support from the French board and more crew, like Laurent and all the team were really happy about this project, and they wanted to support us. I'm in the team since more than 10 years, and for them it's also like thinking about the future a little bit, how we can use all this experience, image, and to promote the equipment, because we also have the best equipment in the center. So
yeah,
that's great.
it's nice to hear.
And it's great. Definitely, the future is definitely there in the south of France, because on that lake, when I was training with Mario and Pierre, there's like one club next to the spot, and suddenly they were showing up 20 or even more kids on racing equipment. And it was so nice to see so many kids, and they really want to race with you. So Pierre was asking me, "Hey, come on, let's do a race with the kids together." Okay, we can do it. And it was so good to see, like, they're really fighting with you and they want to beat you, and you can see the passion in the kids that they want to be once like world champion as Pierre.
Yeah, well, of course. Well, it must be very nice to have a center in your hometown, close to your roots, and on a good spot, sharing your passion. Well, yeah, it's, for me it sounds beautiful.
Yeah.
I see the next question is in. Always people are interested to know what the world champions are eating, what they are doing. So Pierre, tell us all about what's your training routine, what do you eat, and what exercises do you do? This is a question from John.
Good one. All the secrets.
Plenty of stuff to talk about.
Yeah, there is various routine, I would say, but I will explain just two quickly. When I'm home, I have like 4 gym sessions a week, something like this, that I try to do on the morning. Then I try to spend as much as I can on the water. Sometimes the week are pretty busy, sometimes less, but we always have to work on the equipment, on everything, on the content, and so they are pretty busy. But I try to always mix this gym session and the sailing, because we have some super long season normally, and our sport is pretty tough, can be pretty tough. Yeah. And I'm preparing from day like today or yesterday, for example, because if you are not fit, you can go for 3-4 races, but not for 15.
No.
And it's the same for the season. You can be able to race good in May, June, maybe July, but in November you have to be there, so you need to be in shape. Yeah. Concerning food, I'm trying to eat as healthy as possible, nothing special, but as a French you have to drink sometimes a little wine,
of course.
Wine glass, and some good meat also, but I'm trying to eat healthy, everything, nothing special, but the plan is to keep weight all during the season, and it's not always easy, because when you spend like 6 hours on the water, it's not easy, as you are not eating while sailing and everything, but I try to eat healthy and sleep well when I can. But with the kid it's not always easy. But the mama is pretty good at home, so I'm trying to be professional and like a good athlete.
Well, you became world champion, so professional you are, don't worry. This is a question from, we know him, Robin, the director from the TWS Slalom Trainings. Nice that you are tuning in, Robin. Good one. Should we do a slalom jumping contest during the pro slalom trainings? Pierre, what do you think?
I'll sign straight.
Sign straight away.
Yes, I'm ready.
Marco?
I have no problem with that, because I know maybe he's faster, he's world champion, but I'm gonna jump higher.
You're gonna jump higher.
But
Alright, so we're gonna do a jumping contest on the slalom gear. Good, let's just do it.
One guy will be happy.
That's good. Thanks, Robin, for this question. Next question is in from Gerard. He says, tell us your craziest story from a PWA World Tour event. What's the craziest thing that happened to you during an event?
Wow.
Oh, I know one.
There
You
is
have some crazy stories?
there is a lot of.
For how many years are you already on tour now?
To
Actually,
choose. Yeah, we were checking this last night. I think first event was 2007 in Costa Brava,
Mm-hmm.
not so far from my place, and I had a good place of 14. That's a good moment because you arrive on the middle of all the stars. You are like I don't know, 18, something like this, and you fight with them. You go for some loser final, and I remember that I didn't put all the information for the prize money during this event because I was not expecting it, and then I get it. So I was super scared to don't get this little money, and now this was a whole story, but fuck, there is plenty of good story, like from big fight like we had last year in Fuerte with Matteo and Antoine. It was, I think, one of the hardest year there.
Yeah.
Because every single race it was a fight, it was a war. Every single mark, the guy were pushing, we were jibing. One race I remember I was third just behind both of them, and I made an inside to two of them at the same time, and it not happens so often, I would say. And you are a little bit pride, and you say, oh, it's hard, but no, there is also some fight with guy when they go too crazy or when you go too crazy at the mark, and there is the last race of 2019 was for sure super special.
I can imagine.
Because I was really focused, and we jibed together with Matteo at the first mark, and I passed in the leads, but I wanted to stay super focused till the last jibe because it's not the one you want to miss.
No.
And I remember the last leg, it started to be special.
Wow.
And it was special.
The last race. I can imagine that's the most crazy thing you experienced in the PWA. Becoming world champion must be something
Special.
Indeed, yeah. Marco, you have a crazy story for us from all your years on the PWA World Tour?
I mean, for sure, my win in Zult was something special, but I would say the win of Pierre last year. Oh, sorry, not last year, 2019. Was for sure for me as well one of the most special, craziest moments, because okay, he became world champion, he deserved it and everything, but it felt like for the team, Duotone, Fernández, for everybody who was involved, like also like becoming world champion. And I still remember like I did a bad start on the semi-final, so I missed out in the final. So kind of happy because I was able to watch the final. And even now I still get when I'm just talking about I get the chicken skin. It's still full of emotions. Standing there and seeing him crossing the finish line, and everybody's just shouting, and I still remember running in the water to celebrate with him, with Tristan Algre, just dropping the phone in the sand and just running in the water full of clothes, and
of course, celebrate.
Full of emotions. I thought I will never cry, but that was for sure, for myself, next to my win in Zult, one of the craziest moments in my PWA career.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I think we have another question in right now as we speak. The next question is from Dave Garvey. Are you finding the transition point between foil and fin for slalom now? Where do you, what wind strengths? I think, where wind, it's a bit difficult these questions, but
Yeah,
where do you find the transition between the foil and the fin? That's basically the
I
question.
think it's a good question at the moment for everybody, even for us,
Yeah.
because it's good that we have the racing here because we can really see how it works in the race, because it's different than it's with just a speed test or some stuff like this. So it's really hard, because before we were thinking that it was like 12, 13 knots, then it was 15 knots the limit, and now I think maybe in even 20 knots the foil can be still there, and sometimes it's 12 knots. The 140 with 8.4 is going so fast that you have no chance on the foil, so it's really not easy, and it's also up to the chop, to the swell, to the angle of the first reach, to a lot of details, like if the wind is gusty or not, because the foil is super efficient on gusty wind. But for example, here it's also really hard to sometimes keep the foil on the water when it's super wavy and choppy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say 15. It's the number, but it can be 12 or it can be 20. So we will see on tour, and the first races will be super interesting to follow, I think.
Wow. And is it sort of, do you keep it a secret more or less what you use with what wind, with the foil, when you switch to the fin, to keep one step ahead of your competitors, or you don't think about it that way?
It will be hard to keep it secret, as the foil take a little bit of space.
Yeah.
And you have to. But I think we will have two or three different type of people. You have the foil expert, will keep the foil until forever.
Yeah.
You have the slalom expert, who will go as soon as possible on the slalom. But I think to win, you will need to be good on both, for sure. And it will be hard and super interesting to make the right choice at the right moment.
I can imagine it. So with the foils, the development of the foils being handleable in stronger conditions, it's going to be interesting. Yeah.
For sure, but still the slalom is super fast.
Yeah.
And we are not already there with the foil. In condition like today, for example, there is no chance. So yeah.
But maybe in a couple of years.
Maybe.
No. Yeah.
We will see.
Yeah. Interesting. For you, Marco.
I think Pierre said already everything. It really depends on the conditions as well, a little bit. If you're gonna have maybe choppy conditions that you're really struggling a little bit to stay really stable on the foil, and you can go, or you are able to go on the 8.4 and big board, maybe then I'm gonna choose the big board.
Yeah.
But it also depends a little bit what the other 7 guys gonna take in the heat. Because that's also a good question, and because you know that, okay, on the straight line you're gonna be on the fin a little bit faster as the other guys, but then in the chives they will come back and to overtake the guy again on the straight line. So first of all, it's gonna be the question which conditions and what the other guys gonna take, because you have to be, okay, in the final you have to be first, but in the heats, like in the quarterfinal, semi-final, you want to be in the top 4. So
yeah,
it's going to be a hard decision, but we are on it, we're working on it, and we're going to be ready.
Nice. Sounds good. Sounds good. Thanks for this answer, guys. I see more questions coming in. Victor Fernández Lopez has a question for Pierre. Wow. A world champion to a world champion. Hi Pierre, I know you are a very good wave sailor too. Which are your favorite wave conditions and which is your favorite wave move?
Thanks, Victor. It's true that I really like the wave sailing in general, and I think it's a part of our sport. And to be better in slalom, you need to be better in you can use the wave training to be better, and it's important to be good in all the discipline. And my best wave condition, I think I was lucky to get them almost 1 month ago, I was in Guadeloupe in the Caribbean, and we get some swell, like mast high and even more, side
Wow.
off, 15 knots.
So you do that as well? I didn't know.
Perfect wave.
Next year, world champion in wave.
Perfect wave, perfect. Yeah, it's a perfect setup, and yeah, I really enjoy it. And one of the move I preferred, it's not the easiest. It's the 360. Sometimes I can imagine land some.
Wow.
But yeah, I really like this feeling going on top of the wave, and yeah, that's one of my best ones.
And which wave sail do you use? The Superstar or the Superhero?
There, in this kind of side of big wave condition, I was using the Superhero because
Okay.
it was really nice. But now in France, I'm using the Superstar because it's perfect for European condition, and as I'm a little bit big, it's always providing the good power in the end.
Yeah. I can agree. Oh, thank you. It's interesting question. Next one is from Klaus Muller. Pierre, how do you prepare your body after training?
First of all, you have to say who is Klaus Müller.
Yeah.
He's one of the best physios for me.
Yeah,
He helped me
I know
like
him.
so many times, and Pierre as well.
Yeah.
We are always broken after the trainings, so I hope he's gonna find some time for us, because after 3 days training in a row,
Get in line. Yeah.
just try to barely walk to his house and to get some treatments.
Yeah, Klaus lives here. He's a guy we all know. Super good physio. He knows what he's talking about. So, but always interesting to know what the world champion does after his training.
Yeah.
Anything special?
Yes, I try. Not special. I think all the athletes, they are doing it because it's needed. I try to stretch as much as possible. I'm not a big fan of stretching, but it's part of the job, I think.
Yeah.
You need to, like before we were speaking about preparation. It's the on the other way to be able to sail 1 year full time. You need to also listen your body, recover and stretch it. So I try to do every 2 days a long stretching session. And now since 3 years I'm trying to see a physio. I have my own physio at home, and I try to see I would say every 10 days. Even if I don't have problem, just to check if everything is right. And here it's true that Klaus helped me a lot the past years, and I'm pretty sure next week I'm gonna go to visit him.
All right. So you prepare Klaus for world champion on your table again. Good. Wow. The next
not really,
question. Wow. Vincent Langer. First of all, we have to congratulate him.
I think
Yeah.
we have to congrats from the whole Duotone team. Vincent Langer became father, so from everybody, congratulations. Stay healthy, and hopefully see you soon back on the water. And yeah.
Yeah, and next year here again with the training. We miss
Exactly.
him. We miss him.
Yeah.
Always a funny guy.
He's fast. He's definitely one of the fastest guy. And when I won Zult, he was second. So it was really cool to share with Vincent the podium.
Yeah.
And a great member of the meet and greet team.
Exactly.
Every week he was present, and
Yeah.
we miss
He's
him.
always
We
there.
miss you, Vincent.
No, but it's also a good question because I think I get a baby 1 year before my title, so maybe it's your time. No.
Yeah, but yeah, it's on the bucket list. But right now I'm just planning with my girlfriend and with my architect my new home at home.
Yeah, we forgot to read this question.
So
Vincent
yeah.
asked, when will Marco join the Daddy
So that's
Club?
why I'm coming back to the question.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm planning now to build first my new home, to have like a new base for my little, hopefully son.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna work on the next project to become daddy.
Let's see.
No, it's really cool to see Pierre, and I really love kids, to play with them, and I spend a lot of time with Leon, and now with Jordy's son Levi. It's really cool to see them.
Yeah.
And I also see, like, I think even as Pierre said, becoming world champion, I think he pushed him a little bit, and I can see it now with Jordy as well. Jordy is fully relaxed on the water. He has no stress. He spends a lot of time with Levy. I think he's taking some stress. I don't know. I cannot say anything because I don't have it now. But seems like maybe the way to become a world champion.
Maybe, or keep your world title.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
so it's on the bucket list.
It's on the bucket list.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds promising.
Yeah.
Sounds like it's going to happen fast. It's on the bucket list.
You know, it takes a while to build a house and everything. So
Of course.
But we start.
You've got plenty of time.
Yeah.
Don't worry. All right. The next question is coming in from Francois Pettorelli. Would you put numbers? I use a 110 liter board, 7/8 S-pace, up to max 20 knots. For maximum 20 knots, what gear do you use? Just trying to get references between pros and amateurs.
It's also a good question. Not really easy. I think we start using the 7/8, the warp, from like 16 knots, 17 knots, something like this. And we can end with this sail in 25, but I already raced on 30 knots with 7/7. But this, don't try it at home.
Try it at home.
No, I think 20 knots it's a good limit. 20, 22, something like this.
And you have to say that the S-pace, it has not the wind range as
It's
the
not the
7.
same
Yeah.
range.
So for example, I would say the 7/8 S-pace planes a little bit earlier as the 7/7 warp.
Yeah.
But for example, the warp is going higher in the wind range. So it's, the 7/8 starts a bit earlier, but it's going to end a little bit earlier.
Why does it start earlier?
Because it has a deeper profile in the front, and the leech is a little bit more closed.
Because of the less cambers that S-pace has 3 cambers, right?
Yeah.
And the warp has 4.
Yeah.
Okay, just for the wave sailor, just to know. Just to know. So, he was pretty close with his gear selection, eh? 7/8, 20 knots. Good
Perfect.
choice.
Good.
Keep on going.
Yeah.
Keep on pushing. Yeah. Next question is from Huub Ruiter. Hi guys, is the S-pace a good sail for foiling and speed? I had to make a choice for one type. Don't have the money to buy both options.
I would say it's the best option
The S-type.
because S-pace.
Sorry,
Space.
S-pace.
S-pace.
Sorry, it's...
Because since 2 years we have now the S-pace and the E-pace. It's kind of the same concept. The S-pace has the cams, the E-pace has no cams, and you can use, like I always say, like you have 3 sails in one sail.
Yeah.
So for example, if you're gonna reduce the tension of the downhole, all the power is moving to the front. The leech is closed, and it's the perfect foil sail because in foiling you want to have like a tight leech, all the draft forward. So you're gonna have no backhand, and it's the perfect foil sail. Then if the wind is gonna pick up, you're gonna take your blast or check. You just put a little bit more downhole, like 4 clicks, if you're gonna have the power XT, and you can
Maybe soon.
maybe soon, and then you're gonna have like your speed records. And it's definitely, we tried during the photo shoot in Garda, the S-pace, we were fighting around the marks. It felt like, because it has like the wide mast leaf, almost like the warp, so you feel like you have a warp in the hand, but it feels a little bit light in the hands. So it's definitely a racing sail. So it feels like you have a warp foil and you have a warp fin in one sail.
Yeah, there is a good story from Maui also. When we were testing the sail in the harbor, one day we were faster with the S-pace than with the warp.
Oh, really?
One time, yes.
Oh, so it's good,
So
Huub.
it can work.
Stick with the S-pace. You can use it for foiling, for speed, sometimes faster than the warp. Don't worry, you don't have to buy both options. Good. I think it's time for a little break. Look to my left, a lot of questions already answered. We need something to drink. After the break we will be back. Don't forget to keep on sending your questions. Keep it in. You can just put them in the comments below, and we will still run through quite a lot after the break. And don't forget that you can win the Power XT. We will come back with the question after the break. See you in a bit. So welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the break, the footage that we made here in El Médano over the last weeks. Well, we are of course back. Still next to me is Pierre Mortefon, the reigning world champion. Next to him we have Marco Lam. Yeah, before we go on, can you guys tell us a little bit more about that last race? We see a lot of interest online about that last
It's still
race
full of
and
emotions.
what happened. Yeah.
I was still so excited about. I wanted to like tell everybody, hey, we're world champion with
Yeah.
Fnatic, Duotone. We finally took the Slalom world title, and I was not even checking the time at home because we had like the time difference, and I wanted to tell everybody in the world that we're we're fucking world champion. So I think the first person is like on my favorite list on my phone. It's Raul, brand manager from Duotone Windsurfing. And yeah, not even checked the time. So I called him. I think it was 4 o'clock in the morning on FaceTime. And yeah, I think I even woke him up and because he was not. First of all, I don't know if he was watching, but I actually was sleeping. So he even
4 o'clock in the morning, most people sleep still, yeah.
Yeah, and suddenly, yeah, I have his black screen because it was still dark. And Marco, you know what time it is? Yeah, it's 4 o'clock. Yeah, so you want to be fired or what? No, we are fucking world champions! So it was really funny too. And after that, I called Karin from Fnatic and Craig Erdenbach, and they also couldn't believe it. We were all full of emotions, and nobody could believe it, like that we finally have the title. And
We've seen the photos straight away online from you carrying. You were soaking wet. I think you jumped in the water straight away.
We jumped in the water. Yeah. But in the end, you don't care.
No, of course not. No.
That we have the title.
That's nice. Yeah.
No, it was super nice. When I arrived at the beach, I was also full of emotion and I was a little bit lost. Then Marco arrived with my other friend Tristan, and they carried me to the beach. It was full. It was in New Caledonia, so it's part of France.
Mm-hmm.
People, they were super happy, and it was full of kids. It was a Sunday, super nice day. The beach was full. And then you have all the photographer, the video. It was really intense. Then when they land me on the sand, I cannot move because all the kids were there and everybody was asking. It was really like next level, and it took me time to advance, to even go to the live stream with Ben Profit to speak a little bit about this. And then to take my phone, call my wife, call my parents. It was maybe 1 hour after I landed on the beach, so it was just a crazy moment.
Yeah, I can imagine. Emotional moment to finally become world champion. So, do we have the question to win the Power XT? I'm looking over to the technical. I see a thumbs up. Yeah, we're gonna go to the question because it's about time.
So the question is.
All right, Marco has it. The question.
So first I'm gonna say, put your comments on Facebook, on Duotone Windsurfing International. And the question is, what was the person, who we called after Pierre came out of the water on FaceTime? So put the name in the comments on Facebook, Duotone Windsurfing International. And tomorrow we're gonna announce at 10 a.m. in the morning the winner. And you're gonna win a Duotone Power XT. Maybe the carbon version.
Wow. Exciting. All right. Then it's time to move to more questions from the people. I see Sarah Jackson has a question. She asks, what board sizes will you choose for 2021? Will you take a smaller big board now with the overlap of the foil?
Yeah, good question. Also, we will be allowed to use 4 boards for 2021. So it's going to be 3 Slalom board and 1 foil board. Foil board will be the 190, that's sure. And then I will go for 140, 115 and 97. That's the plan.
That's the plan.
And I will not take a smaller big board because we were speaking about this yesterday. And the 140 is such a good board. It's a big one, but the speed is just insane and the control also. So it's matching perfectly with the 8.4 we are still using. So I will keep this one as a big board.
Yeah. So no big changes.
No.
No big changes. Never change a winning recipe, they say.
Exactly.
Good. Next question is from Goran Bozic. When are we getting a proper race foil set from Fanatic?
We have it already.
Yeah.
We have it. We have a pretty good foil setup from Fanatic. It's with the 900 front wing. We have a 1250 front wing, which is really nice for early planing, takeoff. Even for freestyling, it's really good because it's not that fast, but it's really stable in the water. And if you want to go a bit faster, I would choose the 900.
Yeah.
Because I just used it a few days ago, and it's takeoff is so early, has a good acceleration, keeps stable in the water, especially in the jibe. We had like 8 knots, 10 knots, and it was like on the E-Pace 7.3, and it was amazing for you. And it goes fast, definitely goes fast.
It goes fast. Yeah. I would say pass by the center here to give it a test.
Drivers.
Yeah. All right, Goran, hope this answer was satisfying. And the next question is from Patrick. He says, hey guys, what is the main difference between the 2019 S-Type and the 2021 S-Pace? What's the main difference?
Yeah, as I said already before, 2019 I would say you had like one sail, one S-Type, and now you're gonna have 3 sails in one sail. So you're gonna have a 4 sail, you're gonna have a fast free racing sail, and you're gonna have like an early planing free ride sail, camp sails. And you just have to reduce the amount of downhole a little bit. If you're gonna reduce the downhole, you're gonna have more like the early planing, free ride feeling, because the leech is more tight. And if you're gonna put more downhole, you can go faster, because then you're gonna you're gonna gain a little bit more backhand. So you're gonna get a little bit more power on the fin, especially if you're gonna use a jack or a blast, and then you can start to rail the board. And it's definitely really like, for me the S-Pace is the perfect sail for a client who wants just to use one sail, especially for foiling and for free racing, and the same with the E-Pace.
Or to get used to the in-between step towards the warp.
Yeah.
It's more comfortable.
Especially, for example, on our lakes at home, when the wind is still starting light, or I take no example, Garda, when the aura in the afternoon starts to be light still. So you can use like this S-Pace as a foiling sail with reducing the downhole. You have your board already ready on the beach, your jack or blast, then the wind picks up, you go back, put like 4 clicks more, you take your blast, and you're gonna have fun with the same sail.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yes.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Thank you for this great answer. Next question is from Peter van der Zande. Hi. Do you think it is possible to combine windsurfing with a study/education? How did you guys do it?
It's a good one.
It's a good one.
From a father, I think. It's a good one, and I think I'm a good example, and my sister also, because we had some pressure from the parents when we were young. It was kind of the deal: if you have some good results, you can sail the weekend; if not, you cannot. So yeah, we were working not too bad at school, and me, I finished. I have a master degrees in business that I did after the bac what we have in France. It's 5 years studies. That I was lucky that because the school was helping the athlete to mix sport and studies. So I had some special calendar and some special timing, but it was not easy because student is a full-time job and athlete it's the same.
Yeah.
So I had some hard year, and I straight feel the difference when I valid the school and I finish the university and I decide to focus only on windsurfing. Straight the results move forward straight, and because I can focus on the sport and be able to prepare all the event pretty well. But the good point is that now for the future I know that I have something in the bag and I can don't stress if something happens. It's not the plan, but yeah, one day we are not football players, so one day we will have to work, and I will be ready.
It's always good to have like a safety plan.
Of course. Yeah.
Because we're not Ronaldo or Messi.
No.
We are still windsurfing.
Yeah. Windsurfing is a little bit different than
It's passion.
it's more passion
Pure
than
passion.
money. Of course, yeah. No, but it's interesting. It's tough to study,
It's
and
tough,
if you
but
are
I think it's
pursuing a pro career, I can imagine that you want to fully commit to the sport, and that school can be a little bit difficult. But yeah, just try to combine it, I would say. Next question is from Matt M. Rotkeil Leonard. All the best from Ireland, guys. Question for you both. Do you like to be overpowered? I love it personally, he says. And what's the pros and cons for separate wave and slalom? Let's figure it out. Question.
Yeah.
First of all, do you like to sail overpowered?
It's the best feeling, I would say.
Yeah, and we don't have the opportunity to sail not overpowered, I would say, because on tour we are always full, and yeah, like Marco said, it's one of the best feeling when you control these things.
Yeah.
You go next level, and now yeah, we have to sail overpowered.
You have to sail overpowered.
I think so.
Because you don't have a choice.
If you want to win, you have to be overpowered.
What sail size did you use today?
6'2".
6'2".
7-0.
7-0. I was on 4-7. No,
But the problem, for example, to give an example, if you're not like overpowered and you still try to rail to push the board, then the board starts to fly away a little bit. So if you have more power in the sail, it kind of keep the board a little bit more stable. It's gonna push the board a little further down, so you're gonna have more control.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's good, especially here in these conditions when it's really choppy,
Yeah,
to
yeah.
be powered up, because then you're gonna have more control.
Yeah. And more beautiful catapults.
I mean, it's not good for my back, because I cannot move to the side.
All right. Well, the pros and cons for separate wave and slalom, it's difficult to answer. We go to the next question from Benedict Steinmetz. I have bought a 7.7 warp. Do I have to adjust the buttons, and which fin do you use for a 115 Falcon? Pierre.
No, you don't have to.
No,
You don't have to adjust the button. Normally the sail arrive ready.
Now the buttons are actually all, doesn't matter which product, all the sails, all the buttons are pre-tensioned.
Okay.
So we, like when we are finished with one prototype, we check the right tension for the sail. So Victor, Adam checking the wave sails mainly, we are checking the slalom sails. So they have the same tension what we are using in the World Cup. So I would say they have to perfect. They are pre-tensioned.
Is it necessary to check it after a while, or?
I think after 10-15 times on the water, the sail starts to stretch a little bit, so it's good to check the tension. But at the beginning, when you buy the sail in the shop, the most important for us is that the customer gets on the water and enjoys the session.
Yeah.
That you should not has to check the tension of the sail, has to fix something else. I think when you have a new product, you want to go on the water and enjoy it.
Exactly.
Time.
And then remember the settings, because if you have to adjust,
Yeah.
that's the best setting. When you roll it out, perfectly tuned.
Put the mast in, boom. You find all the settings on the sail,
Yeah.
and go for your route.
Sounds
And
good.
I think we are using the same fin size.
Yeah.
We're using the 37 chopper.
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 The chopper.
Chopper.
The
Alright.
chopper for the chop.
Yeah.
Gives you good control.
Good. 37.
Yeah.
On the 150.
Yeah. Because if the fin is too small, the board starts to fly away a little bit. If the fin is too long, then the nose is going down again, and you're not gonna get the right trim.
No. All right. Thanks for the answer. Clear. Sounds good. Next question is from Jesse Struik. Hey guys, which spot would you personally like to see on the PWA World Tour? The Caribbean, Asia, or maybe the Netherlands? Jesse, yes, is from the Netherlands. I think, if I read the name.
It's not easy, no. If having an event in the Caribbean can be super nice. I was lucky to participate to the event in Aruba. I think it was 2010, and the conditions there are really nice. The place is also really good, and yeah, I think it's Caribbean. It's something special.
Yeah, and warm.
Hey, it's better to sail in board shorts as in
Yeah.
long wetsuits, but still, I think it doesn't matter for us as professional. If we're gonna have an event somewhere, we're gonna go everywhere. But I would like to go to Holland for an PWA event because
Yeah.
I mean Holland has really good spots. What I heard, doesn't matter if flat water, choppy conditions, and windsurfing is quite big in Holland as well.
Yeah, especially slalom, eh?
Yeah, and I think for us it's also important like to go everywhere and to support the sport and to show how amazing windsurfing is.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be nice for Jordi to have a competition on his home turf.
Take the title home.
Yeah, of course.
At
Let's
home.
do Netherlands then. If we
Yeah.
have to choose the Netherlands. All right. But for you to carry. I understand. Yeah, no worry. All right. Do we have more questions coming in? We have to look over to the technical department. I see there are more questions, but we run out of time. Went
It's going
fast.
quicker.
It's going fast, yeah. I mean, we answered a lot of questions. Yeah.
I think if you really watch like the whole live stream now, if you wrote all the informations down, I think it's easy. You just have to take everything together and you're gonna be world champion.
Of course, of course. No, I think we had plenty of questions. I want to thank you, Pierre, for passing by, taking the time to sit down with us and
Yeah, thanks.
answering
It's
the
pleasure.
questions from the people.
Pleasure.
Very good. I wish you have great weeks here, good training, and well, we sure we'll see each other. Marco, also thank you. We will
Thanks
see
a
you
lot.
next week again.
We're gonna be here, and don't forget to put the comment below with the name.
The name of the person who was called.
Yeah,
Straight away after winning the world title.
yeah, on FaceTime.
The name has been given.
Yeah,
during
I
this
think
event.
we
If you
announced the
listen-
name
If
in
you
the
listen, then you should
still
know.
remember.
Yeah, good.
So don't forget to put the name Duotone Windsurfing International Facebook page. And tomorrow at 10 a.m. we're gonna announce the name, and you're gonna have your new Power XT. And next week we're gonna have Victor Fernández,
Yeah,
and
Yeah.
we're gonna bring another new world champion maybe in.
yeah, we'll see.
Upcoming,
Yeah.
he's already like scratching on the podium. We're gonna bring our new team rider.
We have a waiting list for people that want to be in the meet and greet. So we will have plenty of pro riders sharing their stories, answering your questions. Also, thanks to everybody that tuned in and watched this edition of the meet and greet. We hope to see you all next week. Take care and well, enjoy the rest of your evening. Ciao, ciao.